Good evening. Good evening. I hope everyone is well. My name is Tabrice, the best grassroots vets centre back you will ever see in your life. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, let me apologize for my lateness here. Again, hopefully you guys can come and support. We're going to go straight into it. I don't want to make this too long. I kind of want to say like a few things, but first and foremost, let's go through yesterday's results. So Greenwichboro beat Seagas in the cup 3-2. Catford Wanderers, it was a home win in their London Cup game. Hollington beat Independent 3-2. And Kuya beat Leone Stars on penalties 2-2. And Sporting Santos beat... Sorry. Leone Stars lost against Kuya penalties. And Santos beat Metrogas 2-1 in the cup. So these are the league standings right now. It's still early days. But Greenwich are first, Masters are second, Hollington are third, Metrogas fourth, Kuya fifth, Leone Stars sixth, Independent seventh, Catford eighth, and Sporting Santos ninth. And these are the fixtures this coming week. Masters versus Hollington in the cup, Kuya versus Greenwich in the league, Metrogas versus Catford in the league, and Sporting Santos versus Leone Stars in the league. So I think first and foremost, regarding the London Cup, I don't know if anyone has seen or noticed, but I am no longer sponsoring this year's Vets London Cup. And you know, which is cool. I have like spoken to the organizer of the kind of competition, and they want a more centralized sponsor that's going to sponsor all of the London Cups, which is absolutely fine. And I will be in contact with the organizer regarding certain things. I think the one thing that I would say is, or I would have loved to have done, which could still happen, but again, you know, I want to make this transparent, is I think having the live draws should be a thing. It has to be a thing. It's 2025. We have the facilities. I've done it before on numerous occasions. Does it take a little bit of organizing? Yeah. But apart from that, I think that's what people want to see. I'm not saying, you know, things are going to be staged or whatnot, but we now have the facilities to see who's going to play who. Honestly, it's and literally, I just hope that the London FA have literally that facility, or kind of looking to have that option in previous rounds, or as in the kind of next couple of rounds. Teams dropping out of the London Cup, it is what it is. You know, we actually got a bye, so we trained as in Catford, and it was kind of good fun. 11, 12 of us. Training session, fitness, it is what it is. Teams that enter in the London Cup and then drop out, it's to waste your money, like 40, 50 pounds, however, you know, whatever the price is for you to enter. A lot of teams just want a home draw for whatever reason. And if they don't get a home draw, they will drop out. But why are you entering a cup and losing money? It just doesn't make sense to me. But hey, you know, it was you know, I guess we like benefited from that. So we're in like the next round. Again, we had a training session. And again, it's just an opportunity just to connect with the guys again, for me personally. But again, you know, big shout to Yinka, big shout to Nana for like kind of getting it organized. So after our training session, I went to watch Hollington versus Independent at Long Lane. And again, Hollington are one of the favourites. And of course, with like everything that's happened with Independent in terms of losing players, I think it was good to actually see exactly how they play. Hollington won 3-2. Well done to Hollington. I think in the first half, you know, it was it was, well, I would say for the first 15, 20 minutes, even Stevens. The pace was quick. You know, both like teams have like quality. Both teams have quality. Of course, like the weather played a little bit of a part. I think Hollington had the win in their faces in the first half. So again, Hollington are a ball passing team. 1-2 touches. You know, they kind of find space. Every single player of like theirs are comfortable in, you know, awkward positions. I think with literally what I saw, especially in the first half with Independent, it kind of reminded me of literally when I was there in Division 5 to Division 4. And literally what I mean by that is the like tenacity and the kind of pressing style. And you know, they kind of had almost like a bit of a unity there as well, which is kind of good to see. Of course, you know, with like all of the players that have lost, there's a kind of unity there, you know, especially in the first 20, 30 minutes. They do have quality. I can kind of say that now, like they do have quality. However, Hollington, they literally had maybe like a 10-minute spell where they just blitz Independent. Craig at the back was absolutely immense. I do like the goalkeeper. I think his name's Abdul. Very, very, very comfortable on the ball. Even though he may look small as a goalkeeper, he does have a presence there. Very, very comfortable with his feet. Of course, you know, like you've got Leon, you've got Nels, you've got Andre as well. But like one like player that I kind of want to really highlight is it's like Lodgy. His movement on and off the ball, it's honestly, it's a beautiful sight to see. And you know, we always talk about how players, when you kind of get into your advanced years, you will like lose that little bit of pace, or you know, you don't take your football as like seriously and whatnot. But just seeing Dean Lodge play, like the one touch passes and he like got the penalty for Hollington's. I think that would have made it, I want to say 3-0. But literally how he kind of took it, that, you know, it was like almost like a typical Zidane-esque type of flick. Actually, you know, it kind of reminded me of the Michael Owen goal against Argentina, how he kind of flicked it with his outside of the of his shoe, and then he just ran onto it, and the kind of keeper took him down. Andre missed. I mean, I think he was playing rugby. Only kind of Andre would actually know, but just his movement, yeah, it's just unbelievable. And also as well, he's a referee, so he's knee deep into this football industry, this football community. He like doesn't only play, he like refs as well. So like he knows the game, like he kind of knows. Yeah, like he's knee deep into it. So again, I've got to commend Lodgy for his like for me, like the man of the match performance. But overall, yeah, Hollington are they are like the real deal. I mean, like they've kind of always been like the real deal anyway. But yeah, you know, they are defending champions for a reason. And again, going like back to Independent, well done for kind of bringing it back to like 3-2. So I'm saying, you know, it's that never die attitude. You know, let me just say, I think Nathaniel is, for me, still like the best centre back in the league. He's in the second half, he played more. He actually played fullback. Again, like for him to get up, you know, up and down again, like it's just immense, man. Just kind of just like seeing him just be such a, you know, such an iconic player for Independent. And again, well done to like Independent for like not folding, is, you know, because like they like, you know, could have easily kind of just sacked in that like game at like 3-0 and just gone through like the motions, but they kept on going. That's why it kind of reminds me of Independent back in the day, back in Division 4, where, you know, there was a core like I'd say team there that had that never die attitude, and literally I think that's kind of what they've resurrected. So again, well done to Independent. Actually, so I mentioned Abdul, Lodgy, and Craig. Let me kind of mention Omar as well for Independent quality in the middle of the park. Just control the game. Honestly, just absolutely immense. And like Sean as well, that played left back as well. Again, just calm under pressure. So again, shout out to like those guys. Again, I just want to, and again, I want to make this as short as possible, even though it's probably going to be a 20-minute video. There's a kind of few things that I kind of want to talk about. First and foremost, any team, no matter what league you're in, if like you've been running a team for more than 4-5 years, then you know what, you are a success. It's hard to manage a grassroots, open age, vets, whatever it is, league team for more than 5 years. I know how much money that goes into getting a team going, how much pressure it is, how many egos that you have to deal with, getting players there on time and literally getting a squad together. It is hard. And if you've got a team that's been running for more than 5 years, for me, already you are a success. I think people don't really realize how important, especially when you kind of get to like the vets level, how much enjoyment you actually get still playing the game that you love, still being able to play the game that you love. There's like going to be one day where all of us within like the vet scene will be going up to super vets, or some of us just may not have the legs, or whatever it is to like carry on playing. We have to enjoy these moments. Do not take playing football for granted. A lot of us have been playing football since we were 6, 7, and literally a lot of us are like in our 40s, 50s, still playing with our friends, still playing competitively in like the top 2, top 3 leagues, where trophies are the things that we're going for. It's so important to enjoy these moments and to have a team that's been running again for over 4 or 5 years. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. And again, there's like there's a kind of few people that I can't that I want to mention. Of course, Morris from Hollington, Nana from Catford, Lloydie from LSU, James from Kamazi, Sub, that's like newly appointed Santos, and like there's like numerous like other like people. There's Hunty from like Summers. These guys, plus a lot more that I kind of haven't mentioned, love the game. Like they literally want their teams to like prosper. And us players, sometimes we don't actually realize what it takes, for like these like guys to like get a team going. And I know everyone's lifestyle, financial power is different. But please give your managers the respect that they deserve. Do I think that they get it right all the time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is a pressurized position, but it's a voluntary pressurized position. They don't have to do it. They don't have to do it. They are trying to make it fun for us oldies, for like us who are 35 plus. They don't have to do this. So please respect your managers, your coaches, and also coaches and managers, respect your players. It goes both ways. We are all men. Speak to us as adults. Okay, Can like things get out of hand sometimes? Yes. Do I think as like men in a changing room or at halftime or at full time, we have to discuss very difficult situations? 100%. 100%. But there's a way to conduct yourself on the pitch and off the pitch as managers and coaches. It works both ways. It does. It absolutely does. I want to kind of talk about transfers. I kind of want to talk about transfers and friendships and social media. So let's talk about transfers. Transfers, especially in the Southern Vets Football League. Players move from one team to another, and I think the Southern Vets Football League is something different, where there's so many teams within a 5 mile radius of each other, and literally once you have a lot of teams to so bunched together, you're gonna have friends that have gone to school together, family members that are playing for one team, and then another one is playing for like another. Just like friendships that you've literally made through like football. Sometimes it can be a cauldron, and sometimes managers and players can hold feelings if a player moves from A to B. Let's kind of keep it real. So it's like Seb moving from Catford to Greenwich. It's like with Dash moving from Independent to LSU. Nino moving from Independent to LSU. Justin from Independent to Hollington. Not from Hollington to Greenwich. There's like so many players that will transfer to a team, but that doesn't mean that you have to lose friends from that team that you used to play for. That like doesn't mean that you have to have bad feelings or ill feelings because that player wants to challenge themselves or literally or just wants a different environment. It's like with TJ from Catford to Independent. Like we saw him playing for Independent yesterday. It's cool. We want every single player to enjoy their football. That's the most important thing. If players can enjoy their football at our age, then you know what? That's one less thing to worry about. We all know about men's mental health and the kind of rate of suicide when it kind of comes to men over like the age of 40. How like there's a disconnect, and like playing football is one of the things that brings people together. Why are you harboring feelings because one player's moved to another club? Why are you prepared to like lose a friend, like a friendship from like school or from college or from uni because a player doesn't want to play for a particular club? Like, can't we just literally squash the bullshit and say, you know what, good luck. I'm actually glad that you're playing for a team, or literally you are finding enjoyment playing for another team. Why are we trying to always badmouth and literally squash players and squash teams as well? Like, it doesn't make sense. Friendships and literally when I'm kind of talking about this, I've actually experienced this. As we speak now, doing this vets football, there's like, friendships that I've gained and friendships that I've lost because of vets football, because of what I do. It sounds crazy. I'm just one man that talks about vets football and other stuff outside of that. I am very, very, very lucky to have amazing hosts as well. Sub, Wizard, Nana. I am very, very lucky. And the ones before that as well. I was very lucky to have those people as well. So So when we talk about teams, when we kind of talk about certain situations, when I talk about certain situations, I like try and keep everything very, very fair. I don't jump the gun. I listen, I observe, I do my research, I analyze before I start saying certain things. Do I think I get every single thing right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't get every single thing right. But something that I will do is that I will always listen. I will always give that, that person that opportunity. And literally that's kind of something that no one can say about me, that I will always give opportunities to everyone. I want everyone to grow. Like, I know how it is to have built up a platform from zero to where it is now. From zero to where it is now. And if I can bring people up with me, then that's what I'll do. And some like people have taken it and like flown, and like it's been amazing. And literally we're like still friends, and like and literally some people, like, it just hasn't gone that way. I think I want to also remind people, in 2021, I was voted the second most influential non-league football content creator in 2021. That's 4 years ago now, right? 4 years ago, 2021, I was voted the second most influential football non-league content creator. I know my stuff. I know my platforms. I know what I'm doing. I want to help people. But when people are trying to say certain things, and literally are trying to twist certain things, you know what? There's like nothing that I can do. I can't. That's kind of one thing that I've learned as well. I can't control how another person feels, but I will always give that the kind of opportunity to that person to literally speak their truth. But what I say on this platform is my opinion. Social media has brought so many opportunities to myself. And like, trust me, like the people who I kind of work with, they will also get the spoils as well. Trust me, it's given me so much. I don't want people to abuse their power and abuse social media, because there's like now a time where everyone looks forward to seeing like very results, or like hearing what we like have to say, or literally what another platform has to say. It's good to have other platforms talking about similar stuff or something different. Because if there's just one platform, if there's only two platforms, if there's only five like platforms, after a while it gets boring. We should not be in competition with each other. I'm not in competition with anyone. You honestly, like, I think people who like really know me, they're like, know that honestly, it is pointless. It is absolutely pointless being in competition with anyone else. The only kind of competition that I have is with myself. If I can get 2% better every single week, or literally every single time I kind of create content, then that's what I'm going to do. Again, big shout out to like Nana, big shout out to Hubs, big like shout out to Will, to Lloydie, to Hunty, James from Kamazi, anyone that's come on to like the podcast and have spoken not only about football, but things that go on behind football in terms of what we as men are going through on a weekly basis. People think that this is just a football platform. It did start out like a football platform, but it's more than that. I've got many platforms that talk about many different things, and this is one of them. Why should we be fearful about what we think about certain things, not only in football, but across the world. Why should myself not want to talk about what is kind of going on in the Southern Vets Football League, about a manager, about whoever it is, because it's just my opinion. This is what social media has created. It's literally created an amazing opportunity for people to have their views. Not saying that my view is always correct, but again, being, literally none of like the panelists, myself, should be threatened because of literally what, in terms of what our opinion is or was at the time. I can change my opinion. Funny enough, I'm not gonna say who like said it, but someone like said to me, to Priest, you know what? I think you should give up playing football. I was like, why? He's like, he was like, well, you know what? If you stop playing football and you kind of went around a lot of the grounds, if it's at Southern Vets or just open age, you would get so much of an insight in terms of what is going on. And then your like platform would be completely different. And in Delicia, I was like, you know what? I totally respect what you're saying. But first and foremost, I'm a player. I'm a player first. Football has literally got me out of a lot of things, a lot of trouble. Trust me, it's got me in trouble as well. But most of the time, it's out of trouble. I'm a football player first. I enjoy playing football. I enjoy like the bond. I enjoy the competitiveness. I enjoy the battle. I enjoy scoring goals when I can. I enjoy defending goals. I honestly, you can't take that out of me. There was one season. This is a few seasons ago now, where I was contemplating just kind of packing it in, and then literally someone said to me, "Don't pack it in if your kind of body can still withhold the pressure, because once you stop, you're going to regret it." And that stuck with me, and I kind of continued. And you know what? I just enjoy every single moment. So what I really, really kind of want to end on is, if you really have any kind of issues, and actually, there's kind of literally something else that I kind of want to say as well. And like this has probably hit home more so recently, because if like none of you know, Dwayne Townsend got diagnosed with bladder cancer a few months ago, and I did a show with Lloydie and like Dean about the game, and I met Dwayne through football. I met Dwayne through Vets football. Dwayne was the first sponsor of my podcast when I had less than 100 subscribers. I think Dwayne texted me, or he called me. I can't remember what it was. He said, "You know, I literally believe in like what you're doing. I'm gonna sort you out," and that's what we did. And like we took a picture when like my like, eldest daughter was about, she must have been about 4. Like she's 14 now, so we're looking 10 years. Actually, no, she was a little bit older. Actually, a little bit older. She was even about 5, 6, maybe, but she was young. And Dwayne Townsend was the first person to see the potential of the platform, and like for him to be diagnosed with like bladder cancer crushed me. It crushed a lot of people. But it really, really crushed me. And as a community, it just made me think, it's like I don't have beef with anyone, but anyone that has any slight issues with anyone, does it really matter? again, I had a conversation with like Nana yesterday. Big shout out to Nana. Thank you like so much for your words of wisdom. And like he was saying, look, like this is football. Why can't we all just get along? Like there was a crowd there from like different teams watching two like teams going back and forth. That's what it's supposed to feel like. There shouldn't be no animosity, especially if you've been friends before. Do I believe sometimes some like people just don't get along? 100%. That's just how life is. I honestly, genuinely, I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. Other kind of people, I'm like, I'm not, Other kind of people now where I'm like, you know what, we will let you keep things moving. Yes, because I've had to learn to like do that. There's no point me putting out an olive branch if like they keep snapping the olive branch. There's no point. Cool, like like it is what it is. But I don't hate anyone. Honestly, like I don't. I want people to grow. I want the people around me on this kind of platform to literally succeed. I want teams to succeed. I don't want teams to, I don't want teams to fold. If I have an opinion of a team that like may win a league, that may get relegated, that's just my opinion. There's no need to hold feelings. There's no need to hold feelings. Like this is literally what the social media this kind of social media landscape has given us, the opportunity to have our opinions. It's cool. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, again, just kind of shout out to like everyone. Thank you to like everyone that's been tuning in since like daylight dot. There's like going to be some more amazing content coming out online and offline, and there's going to be some amazing things. Honestly, just like some amazing things happening. Again, I just want to say this like platform isn't just about football. It's about the voices of the game. Different voices of different industries and different games. So again, I like thank you for like everyone that's like supported. Actually, funny enough, there's like so many things that I'm thinking about. I literally refereed a game yesterday, not yesterday, today. And I had a few people come up to me and said, "Oh, you're the podcaster, isn't it? Like I've seen your work." I'm like, yeah, like I've seen your work. So, oh, you know what? I love it. Honestly, like, they were just really complimentary about actually what I do. And the manager of Sport in London, I'm going to give you a shout out. Like the coach is called George, and like he like told me a story and literally what football means to him. And we were having a conversation later on, but like he was like, yeah, I've been kind of watching your stuff, man, and honestly, I absolutely love it. And literally sometimes as a kind of creator, you actually forget that you are like making an impact to people that you don't even know. It's not even just within the Southern Vets, it's like other people outside. So anyone that's looking to make content, make sure that it's the best content that you can possibly produce, and make sure that you're there to inspire and educate people. Entertainment is cool. Like if you're entertaining and you can create that content, that's great. But for me, the content that really makes more of an impact is the inspirational, educational content. The inspirational and educational content. And literally that's what I'm trying to do. Bringing coaches, bringing footballers, bringing people that are really good with a diet, from grassroots all the way to non-league businesses, trying to make money, how to invest money. Like there's like so many things that I'm going to be doing. There's so many sponsors that I'm going to be bringing on. That that's literally going to elevate not only the platform, but they're going to elevate me as an individual and the people around me. Thank you so much for listening. Again, big like shout out to like Wizard. Thank you like so much for your kind of content, man. Honestly, thank you. What can I say about Wizard? I mean, when like again, me like watching Wizard when like he used to play for the Wall, I was literally in awe of him. And then of course when he started to play for LSU, start to speak to him. And then I like remember when he said, I don't really do podcasts, I don't really like being on camera, X like Y and Z. This guy can literally, he individually, well, not individually because he was with Gary, but literally he was like the main host when we were talking about Kamazi. I wasn't even in frame. It was Chris that held down that conversation. And he will continue to hold down different conversations. And I'm going to push him. I'm going to push Sub. I'm going to push. Nana is the only person that logged into this channel and did a show on his own or with like other people because I wasn't there. And literally, I knew that Nana when he had dreadlocks. So literally, that's a long time. I knew Nana when he had hair. So that's a long time. So again, big shout to Nana and big shout to like Chris and Sub. Trust me, I'll be like pushing you as well. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. And I've always been like that, and I will continue to be like that. Anything else I have to say? No. I just want to repeat myself. If there's like anyone from a team that, you want to say, you know what, let's kind of move on from like whatever it is, go and speak to that person. We're all men. We all have egos. Just freaking drop the egos, man. Honestly, it's just a waste of freaking time. Like, why does it have to take something that's so traumatic to bring people together? Why can't it be a joyful moment within the football realms to bring teams together, to bring people together? Why does it have to be something traumatic for us to realize, oh my gosh, like it's only football? It just doesn't make sense to me. And let's see, I'm not saying that I am the person to actually change that narrative. I can like only do what's kind of good for me, but I will do what's good for me. We need other teams. We need other like managers. We need other like players to kind of get involved. But anyway, that's me done. Thank you so much for like watching. Next week, I literally have a conversation with Tony Kelly, and that should be a very interesting conversation. And yeah, anyone that's playing football this like Sunday next week, Saturday or Sunday, be safe. And I'm sure myself, Nana, Sub, and like Wizard will literally have opinions. And again, it's just our opinions. It's just our opinions. Do not take it personally. If you've like been on my show even for 1 minute, then you are kind of open to everyone having their opinions challenged. If you're out on socials, if your team's out on socials, then be prepared to have your opinions challenged. Just like my opinions will always be challenged. But I don't take it to heart. I don't have time to take it to heart. I'm a grown-ass man. Why like can't we be mature about everything that we do? I've got people younger than me that are probably more mature than me, and there's people older than me that I'm mature than them. That's just how life is. But really, like, let's be self-aware of, it's just an opinion. It's just social media. Why like can't we laugh about it and like move on? And yeah, laugh and move on. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Watch out for the show next week, Sunday. Watch out for some more content throughout the whole week as well. And if you're not following me, of course, on Instagram and on TikTok as well, watch out for some amazing content coming out real soon. Like and subscribe.